Okay, we're going to start off our morning meeting today by sharing how we're feeling. Like we talked about yesterday, we're not going to do clouds anymore, we're going to do rocks today. And we went over 3 types of rocks that we've learned about earlier this year. Who remembers one of the names of our rocks? Sadie?
Sedimentary.
In the classroom today, you saw what our typical morning meeting looks like. It's usually between 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what all we want to present there. Okay, what is the last rock we talked about yesterday? Mine?
Metamorphic.
Metamorphic rock. Wonderful, thank you. In the morning meeting, I tried to do 2 things. One, I tried to give the students an opportunity to process their emotions and to kind of invite the classroom community into that so that we can kind of tackle those things throughout the course of the day. And that's something that they've had to learn over the course of the year, how to first express their emotions, then also how to respond to other people's emotions in a productive and appropriate way. The second thing that I try to do in the morning meeting is kind of frame where the rest of the day is going. What was igneous rock? Sadie?
Igneous rock was a type of magma that was made out of.
Something that I like to do whenever I can is find ways to integrate, especially vocabulary from other subjects into our morning meeting for a couple of reasons. One, it's because a question that I think is on a lot of teachers' minds is how do I find time to have like a meaningful morning meeting?
Igneous rocks.
Okay, so it's any magma that's hardened. Ooh, look at all the active listening. And so really the way that I can preserve that academic time that we always seem to run short on, but also really focus on that social emotional piece, which is critical, is to bring them together. How might you feel if you say today that you are an igneous rock? Yes, Alonzo?
So, sand and old
And
rock.
so by doing that, the kids are able to review what they know about the different types of rocks in this example, and also kind of make a personal connection to it. Does anyone have another thought for igneous rock? Ben? That's allowing them to practice with figurative language. It's allowing them to practice expressing their emotions. Ooh. Everybody go, ooh.
Ooh.
But it's also a way of giving, just building the synapses around that vocabulary so that they have it at the ready, and it's not just another word, but it's a word that has meaning and it's a word that's been applied to them. Emmeline?
It could mean that you've been through a lot to get to the point where you are right now, because a sedimentary rock goes through a lot to become a rock.
Very thoughtful. One of the biggest challenges in creating the classroom environment that we have now is equipping them with the vocabulary. So before I could even really integrate the science like I did today and use that vocabulary as a way of communicating the students' emotions, we first had to learn what those emotions are. Think right now how you're doing today. See which one of those rocks you kind of match up with. And we're going to share. And I'm just going to say the name of a rock, and if that describes you, right now you can go ahead and stand up. All right, if you are an igneous rock today, go ahead and stand up.
My emotion for it is excited because while they're bouncing.
Part of that is just providing an environment that's educational, like having the posters that show the different facial expressions and emotions. But I wanted to go deeper than that. So a community theme of our classroom is being a superhero in disguise. And we started off with some key texts in which the characters seem to be something other than they really were in the end. And how the only way that people know who you truly are by your actions and by your words. And so the discussion that followed that was that each of our students are good people, and they're wonderful people, and they're the people that we want to be friends with. But if we don't act and speak in a certain way, we're hiding that part of ourselves from the rest of the world.
And I also unmask Audrey, because every time Audrey walks in this door, she always has a giant smile on her face. That's true.
Thank you, both of you. That a very good report. Audrey, what would you like to say? Cheers. 3, 2, 1. Some of the challenges that I had to overcome as I was learning to, and still am learning to overcome, as I implemented these strategies, really had an origin in learning to take students where they're coming from. We're going to be going to our seats. The students come from very different places, even within the same classroom, and all of that they bring with them, if not handled in like a delicate and respectful way and in a way that affirms that student, can really impact a student in a negative way. Because if they're willing to really open that up to you, you kind of have to know what's the next step. How can we show the others in our classroom community who we are and what we're dealing with, but also in a way that allows me to move on and be productive with my day.